My name is Erin. I'm interested in smart thinking, what the key might be to unlocking that, and whether we can use that key to promote it in even the most inexperienced learners. I'm going to give you a few examples of higher order abstract cognition, or what we're just going to call smart thinking from now on. But I want you to see in each of these whether you can find a common step that you need to take. Okay, so the University of Chicago recently found a molecular link in the development of fish fins in mammal hands, right? Meanwhile, Caltech is designing wind farms whose placement mirrors the movement of groups of fish in water. And as classrooms across the country start up again, students are jump-starting their learning with powerful analogies such as blood vessels are the highways of the body. Now, in each of these examples of expert-like thinking or powerful learning or creative problem solving, a critical component is being able to spot a common relation despite outward differences. On a really basic level, what that means is that even though these ducks are not these cups and are definitely not this beloved child actor pair, Mary-Kate and Ashley, the relation in each of these is same, and that's a common relation despite all these different pairs. Likewise, though this pair shares some objects with this pair, and maybe reminds you a little bit of this pair, the relation in each of these is different, but that's also the common relation here. So being able to see these surface features doesn't always help you spot the relation, and that can make things really hard, right? We're used to having object features like color, size, shape tell us what to focus on in a category. And this is especially rough for young children. So this is a task that some of my colleagues gave to preschoolers, and yeah, I think you guys can do it. So does A or B match the top pair? Okay, B, good, nice, nailed it. But this is what 3-year-olds said. They saw the dog and they just like totally missed the relation. However, my colleagues then gave them another task where they were allowed to compare first, and then they're just like you. So, okay, this is great. Smart thinking is good. More smart thinking is better. Comparison's the key. You guys talk over. But there's a lot of evidence that things like language development, executive function developing, even familiarity with different domains all contribute to better performance on these sort of tasks, and they're all getting better with 3-year-olds. And you might be wondering, how can we possibly exclude a variable so universal to the human experience as language? In a word, babies. We tested 3, 7, and 9-month-olds. That's before they're producing or even comprehending much language. Now, I don't know how many babies you all have met. I've met a lot. But while they can't do a whole lot, by God, they let you know when they are done with something. So we measured their looking time. We taught them the most basic abstract relations, same or different, and then based on their looking at test, we could judge what they had learned. Let me show you an example of what that looks like in the lab. So they start by comparing examples of the same relation across different objects, same or different. At test, they see a mix of these relations, but with brand new items. Now, if what they've learned is just the objects, they should be looking equally, right? Because they're both totally new. But what if they learned the relations? Then they should look longer at the new relation. Now we wanted to see how powerful comparison was. Can it get you out of an object-focused rut the way it did with 3-year-olds and the dog? So we ran additional trials to look for evidence of distraction and of a solution. To distract infants, we showed them some items in the waiting room, got them like really excited about them individually, and then they saw their comparison pairs, same or different, but then at test, the exciting toys came back. Now, at this point, if they're distracted, they should be looking equally because both those pairs have really awesome toys. Now, breaking babies is fun, but we want to fix them, right? So we also showed them some other sweet toys in the waiting room. These reappeared in comparison and in test. At this point, if they have learned to refocus on the relation through comparison, they should be back to looking longer at the new relation. And this is what we saw in 7 and 9-month-olds. 3-month-olds had a little more trouble refocusing. But I want to emphasize that across age groups, infants were able to spot this relation after comparing pairs in brand new objects. And this is awesome. That means that babies are showing signs of this sort of smart thinking behavior too. And since they don't have language, comparison really seems to be the key here. And this finding, that as young as 3 months of age, there's already a mechanism for being able to spot these relations, suggests that this might be part of why humans, as a species, are such incredible learners, thinkers, problem solvers, and discoverers. Thank you.